welcome back. We are expecting a breakout on Iota in under 24 hours. Now today I'm taking time out to give flowers to all of the OG projects in the market that are about to break out. And Iota is one of these projects. It's had a decent start to the year, market cap value at $778 million. This is a project that is a real OG in the market. It's been around since 2017. And some of you may remember my previous updates on Iota. Now it's currently down 96% from its all-time highs of $5.69. Is this the year where we see Iota reclaim its all-time highs? Now this is the first thing we need to understand, and I'll get on to why I believe Iota is about to break out. But Iota has pretty much performed every single bull cycle. 2017, those of you will remember that fantastic run that we saw. Price sold off. And then in 2020, price also broke out. Although we didn't see the largest percentage gain, the gain was fairly modest. From the lows, we saw an upside move around 878%. Now, I also gave an update in 2023 anticipating a breakout. Now, price didn't exactly have a massive upside move, although if you bought, you would still be in profit at the moment of nothing major, about 26%. Price did go up about 140% in March 2024, and then at the peak of 2024, price was up 267%. So nothing incredible just yet. You can see we're anticipating at least 11x when we gave out this update, but I think that's the kind of move we'll see first with Iota short term. So this is kind of those win-win scenario projects, because essentially, even if price doesn't perform, we're still expecting a 3x, a 5x, maybe even a 10x. So it's kind of a win-win scenario. But I will say this. Iota is about to break out because many people in the cryptocurrency market, especially newcomers into the market, are going to be looking for what I like to call low-hanging fruit. These OG projects that are actually decent projects, have a community, have liquidity, and have the potential to at least surpass a 10x or so, right? And as you know, if any of these OG projects do break out, then it's safe to say they will likely be well-established projects for the long term. And that's what we think could happen with Iota. Remember, my motto is a project that does not die in crypto doesn't die and survives, has the potential to go on to have fantastic success. Now at 20 cents, the question is, where do we go next? Now, the reason why I think we're going to break out is because Bitcoin is about to make its move above $100,000. Now, why am I bringing up Bitcoin? When Bitcoin sneezes, the entire market catches a cold, which means if we see Bitcoin break out, so in fact, let me just show you a real live example. Why has Iota started to move? Because Bitcoin has started to move, right? So it's up 75% from its lows in April. And that's simply due to Bitcoin snapping back and going back above 95,000. And we actually call the market bottom on Bitcoin as well. Now, as Bitcoin makes its way to 100,000, a lot of projects will start to move, will start to pick up momentum. We think Iota will be one of them. And we think this move is going to happen very, very soon. So let's just say short-term move. I think we at least head back up to let's call it 93 cents, which is about 351% from where we currently are now, which is why I say this is kind of a win-win, because even if price doesn't perform the best, we're still potentially looking at a 350 percentage point move. But if you're in this project right now, if you've been holding for a long time, you obviously are looking for, this project to surpass a 20, 30, maybe even a $50 billion market cap, right? You're looking for the home run. Now, that brings us to 92 cents, nothing major. If price goes back up to our 2021 highs, which I think could actually happen, as I said, it's performed every single cycle, right? Although the gains weren't as big in 2021. But even if we go back to our highs for 2021, well, guess what? And that's at $2.76. Well, we're looking at a 12x right? So $1,000 at this area, you make over $12,000. Sounds like a good ROI to me, and that means return on investment, right? So that's a pretty decent percentage gain, at least for the short term, and I think we should be able to achieve that. But let's just say we don't, we go beyond that and we go back up to our highs. Well, guess what, guys? We are looking at over a 30x, which is absolutely insane. $1,000 at our current area turns into over $30,000. And this is what everybody in the community is in this for. This is what everybody is waiting for. And of course, this is what could potentially happen. Let's put it this way. We're at a $783 million market cap. Let's just assume we 10x from here, right? Only 10x. Well, then that brings us to a $7 billion market cap. I think in a bull cycle, that should be fairly easy. I mean, there's projects with no value that surpass $5 billion, $10 billion market cap, right? So $7 billion market cap. We 10x again. Let's say we hit a $14 billion market cap, right? And we're at 20x. That's $4.53. We're coming close to our all-time highs now, right? That's still 1,000 turning into $20,000. And we could stop there if we wanted to. For all the haters and people that are going to say it's impossible, it's never going to happen. Well, it's safe to say we could at least achieve a 7 to $14 billion market cap, which means we're looking at a 10 to 20x on Iota. And if the market breaks out, which we think is about to happen, a lot of money is going to be made. Now, I want to say this to all of you before we move on, if you made it this far in the video. Number one, if you missed out on this free buy call that I gave out in 2023 at the lows, it means you're not subscribed to the channel. So please make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out on another epic Iota update, because depending on the reaction I get from you guys, depending on the comments that you leave, depending on the enthusiasm, I will post Iota updates daily. So let me know if you want to see that, but make sure you're subscribed. I also want to say to all of you, if you're interested in other projects that you want to enter for free, for example, I gave out a buy call on the meme coin Brett on my free Telegram group that achieved over 80% in under 3 days. So we're quite good at this, right? So you can join my free Telegram group. The link is in my description. You can get access to free project. I also show you how to make 100,000 in 1 month and 16 days. So join my free Telegram group below. The link is in my description. But let's continue with the video. So there's a massive, massive opportunity here with Iota. Now the question is, are we going to achieve this? Will we achieve this? The beauty of this all is kind of, in my eyes, it's a win-win scenario. Because assuming this isn't your only project, you have other projects in your portfolio, well, worst case scenario, you walk away with a 200-300% gain. Best case scenario, you're looking at a 20x plus. Sounds good to me. But one thing I will say is we must prepare for the profit taking. And let me just walk you through. This is probably one of the most important parts of the video. So if you made it this far, thumbs up. You're about to take away some real value now. Now, let's just say in 2017, now this is the early stages of crypto land. This was cowboy times. Basically, you could have made life-changing money buying pretty much anything in the market. Some of you will remember Dragon Chain, right? A project where people made life-changing money on. Now, Iota went up over a 40x. $1,000 makes you over $40,000. Now, in hindsight, it would have been good to take profit, wait for the price to go down, and then buy in at the lows. Now, of course, many people assume price will continue up, right? So we can't fault them. But then in 2020, when price goes up, almost a 10x, right? So 8x, 1,000 turns into $8,000. Well, what would have been the good thing to do? The good thing would have been to take profit, learn from 2017, take profit, buy in at the lows, and now you're positioned, let's say you got $8,000 at the lows. Well, guess what? If price 10x's from this area and even goes back to our 2020 highs, well, you're looking at, in fact, no, let's just do a 10x, right? So we'll do a 10x and it goes to $1.53. Well, guess what? That 8,000 turns to $80,000. If price 20x's goes back just above our all-time highs in 2021, that 8,000 now turns into $160,000. And this is a strategy that needs to be utilized going forward. So the next peak, so let's just say we do make our way above our 2021 highs, and maybe we 20x from here, right? Well, I personally would take profit around $4.50, maybe even lower. It just depends on the overall market. Again, subscribe so you can stay up to date to this, or join Crypto Crew Premium so you can find out when I'm actually planning to take profit and sell some of these projects. But maybe you take profit instead, wait for the lows again, and just buy in again. So let's say you make $20,000, right? You wait for phase and we see a sell-off, which we will see at some point. So market peaks. Let's just say we see a 50% sell-off or 60%. Price goes down to $1.73. Well, then obviously we have to time the bottom, right? We will look for the perfect entry. You buy in again at the lows, and guess what? Even if you make 100% on that $20,000 you made, well, guess what? You turn that into $40,000. If price 10x's from this point, well, guess what? You make $400,000 just by strategically taking profit, re-entering the market, utilizing our 3 to 10x strategy. And I actually show you how to do this step by step in my free Telegram group. It's pinned to the group. So again, watch that video. Just make sure you have the Telegram app downloaded, then click the link so you can actually watch it, and it will show you how to do this step by step. But that's the strategy I would deploy. Instead of just holding, waiting for price to go all the way back down again, now you've lost all your profit, and you could be waiting months, maybe even years, just to see price recover. So don't make the same mistakes as last time. Make the life-changing money, keep the life-changing money, and then quadruple that life-changing money. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you join the free Telegram group, make sure you understand nothing that you see in these videos financial advice. Always make sure to do your own independent research. Until next update, guys, seize the day.